Hi everybody, it's me, it's Chelsea. This is time for my second part of my Vlogmas bonus video where I reviewed the movies I watched during the first week of December. Because there were so many of them, I had to split them up. I believe I watched something like... I'll get to the total next. And here is another a 4-pack of movies. Inside is The Young Pioneers Christmas, A Christmas Romance, What I Did for Love, and I'll Be Home for Christmas. In The Young Pioneers Christmas, it's a group of neighbors that stick together through thick and thin of the Dakota Plains and gather together for the most memorable Christmas of Christmas celebrations. Christmas Romance is an widowed mother who is living in Newton-John with financial woes, opens up her farm home to a bill collector who crashes his car in a snowstorm. What I Did for Love. It's one catastrophe after another when blundering LA lawyer Jeremy London finally meets his fiance's family at the rural ranch in this heartfelt, hilarious romantic comedy. I'll Be Home for Christmas is not the Jonathan Taylor Thomas version, it is a different one. When a small Iowa town must find a doctor or risk losing their hospital, they look to a hometown hero, Mike, who has returned from the city for Christmas. Yeah, so this is, I think I watched this one first because they all kind of are a little bit boring, in my opinion. You can tell they're all TV movies. Take that as you may. So overall, I would give each of the movies, be nice and say 3 candy canes out of 5. But The Young Pioneers Christmas, I think, was the worst. Yeah, so moving on. Okay. Here's one that has been going around on TV for quite a while now. You can find it on a few different channels, so you might actually be able to watch this one. It is called On Strike for Christmas. Meet Joy, Daphne Zunga, a supermom who does it all, even though her husband, Stephen David Sutcliffe, who's from Private Practice and Gilmore Girls, and the rest of her family don't seem to appreciate just how hard she works, especially when it comes to Christmas. As the season rapidly approaches, the decorating, shopping, wrapping, baking, and planning keep piling up. And Joy's busy family just expects her to magically make it all happen without any help. But not this year. Joy goes on strike for the holidays, quickly inspiring a town-wide movement with hilarious consequences. So the mom says, fine, give it up. You guys can do Christmas on your own, and leaves it up to everything. And there was some pretty funny scenes in this movie, her and her family, which included a cookie fiasco. I think one of the boys had to bring cookies for a bake sale, and anyway, she stuck to her guns and wouldn't help, and so the dad, they tried to make cookies, and it was a total disaster. They just demolished the kitchen, and they ended up buying cookies at the store. And the other thing too that she did, it was pretty funny, and this is a spoiler alert, she ended up giving interviews to the local press, and it became a thing, and her family was so angry with what she said. So it's pretty funny. Here is another one. It's a 2-pack. Included in it is The Christmas Shoes, which I reviewed in the other video, which is about a young boy whose mom is dying, and it will be her last Christmas. Sad movie. They're both very sad movies. The other one is The Christmas Blessing, and it had Neil Patrick Harris in it. So The Christmas Blessing. When young Dr. Nathan Andrews loses a patient, he begins to rethink his career. His world begins to crumble when the lives of the woman he loves and an innocent boy are in crisis. Nathan finds himself questioning God, fate, and the fragility of life, all while hoping for a Christmas miracle. I won't tell you too much, but somebody dies in both of these movies. In this movie, it's a toss-up between whether the kid or the lady dies, and I won't tell you who. It's another sad one. It's a Christmas drama. Not too happy of an ending, but at least, unlike The Christmas Shoes where the main character dies, this one of the two does live. So, happy-ish. I'd give them both, say, 3 candy canes out of 5. Here's one called The Christmas Do-Over. This is a really popular concept. But anyway, get into the holiday spirit with Jay Moher, Jerry Maguire, and Daphne Zunga. Oh, she was on strike for Christmas. Okay. When Kevin drives out of town to see his son Ben, he gets a frosty welcome from his ex and her parents. So when a blocked highway forces him to stay, he makes the worst of it. But his son, Ben, wishes that every day could be Christmas. His wish comes true, forcing Kevin to relive the day over and over again. Christmas Do-Over is a hilarious and heartwarming comedy that the whole family can enjoy. So, it's a Groundhog Day concept. The guy wakes up, same day, over and over and over again. He can do whatever he wants without consequences, trying to change what he does. So, the Groundhog Day concept itself is kind of overdone, especially in Christmas movies for some reason. There are several with that theme. This one is not as good as some of the other ones are. But anyway, it was not bad. It's an actual ABC Family holiday movie. You might be able to find this one on TV. Not too sure. Can't make any promises. I would give it 3.5 candy canes out of 5. Next up, The Munsters' Scary Little Christmas. Get ready for some holiday spirits as the first family of Fright celebrates the season in a quirky and hilarious 2-hour TV movie. Eddie Munster, who is Bug Hall, Mrs. Transylvania, and clearly doesn't think it's the most wonderful time of the year. So the rest of the Munsters, Herman, Sam McCurry, Lily, Anne Magnuson, Grandpa, Sandy Barron, and Marilyn Elaine Hendricks rally to make him enjoy the holly jolly magic that Santa brings. It's a timeless and unique entertainment the whole family will enjoy over and over again. And it actually came out in 1996, but I think The Munsters is pretty old. So this might be a remake. I don't really know. But I'm fairly certain the Munsters TV series is old. Either that or I'm thinking of a different one. Anyway, it's just a cute little one. Oh, it's an hour and 31 minutes, so what a lie. It's not 2 hours. Okay. The interesting part about this one is the daughter, Marilyn Elaine Hendricks, was in the Parent Trap remake with Lindsay Lohan. Fun fact. So yeah, it's just about a TV show. So I guess you have to either be familiar with the TV show or kind of like the holiday Halloween Christmas combination to enjoy it. But it had some funny scenes in it. Especially the ending where Herman is the dad. Herman has an interesting encounter with Santa. I would give it 3.5 candy canes out of 5. Batter Santa. Billy Bob Thornton, Lauren Graham, John Ritter, and Bernie Mac. And just before I go over it, sadly, of course, John Ritter is no longer with us. Have to pay your respects to him. Hollywood favorites: Billy Bob Thornton, The Alamo, Bernie Mac, Mr. 3000, John Ritter, 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughters, and Lauren Graham from the Gilmore Girls. Kick it up a notch in this unrated version of the outrageous comedy Bad Santa. You better watch out. Santa Claus Willie T. Stokes is coming to town, and he doesn't care if you've been naughty or nice. Willie's favorite holiday tradition is to fill his sacks with loot lifted from shopping malls across the country. This year, his plot gets derailed by a wisecracking store detective, Mac, a sexy bartender, Lauren Graham, and a kid who's convinced Willie is the real Santa Claus. You're sure to believe in Bad Santa, the unrated version, once you experience this longer, funnier, and more explicit motion picture. And so the kid, which isn't on the cover, is actually in another Christmas movie called Unaccompanied Minors, and I also believe he was in Trick or Treat, but it could be wrong. Definitely in Unaccompanied Minors. Funny little redheaded Afro boy kid. Really funny. It's a stupid Christmas comedy with escapades, including some very interesting scenes between Lauren Graham and Santa hooking up. Netflix and chill, yo. That's what they were doing. I watch it every Christmas all the same. I would give it 3 stars out of 3 candy canes out of 5. So the Ghosts of Girlfriends Past with Matthew McConaughey, Jennifer Garner, and also in it is there is a girl who plays. So the story is Connor Mead is the kind of guy who dumps 3 girlfriends at the same time by video chat. So when he attends his brother's wedding, he has a single goal. And just a side note, his brother is, I believe, the one that plays John in Garfield, the live action remake. And John's fiance, or his brother's fiance, is Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls. And the director of the movie is actually Mark Waters, who directed Mean Girls and Just Like Evan. So anyway, when he attends his brother's wedding, he has a single goal: score for the only bridesmaid he somehow missed, which is Jennifer Garner. But the ghost of his departed Uncle Wayne, who taught him to love and leave him, has another goal in mind. And his uncle is quite famous, but I can't remember off the top of my head who he is. A tough assignment requiring the services of money. Oh, resort. But the ghost of his... So, Connor's lost faith in true love. A tough assignment requiring the services of many. Oh, Michael Douglas is his old uncle. Uncork a romantic romp as bubbly as wedding toast champagne. It's the perfect comedy for anyone who believes in laughter and love. And the ghost who takes him through his past is actually Emma Stone. So, it has a cool cast. It's a comedy. It's a romantic comedy. A rom-de, I suppose you can call them. I don't know what they call them. I give it 4 candy canes out of 4. And although the Christmas aspect is pretty low-key, it is obviously based off of A Christmas Carol with the same kind of concept, bringing him to the past. Okay, It's a Wonderful Life, another classic. No one is born to be a failure, no one is poor who has friends. Simple thoughts that were the inspiration for one of the richest, most uplifting, most beloved American films ever made. Frank Capra's classic tale of George Bailey and his Christmas Eve visit with the guardian angel was nominated for 5 Oscars. So it's basically about George Bailey, who is James Stewart, who revisits his past, or what it would be like if he wasn't alive, and what would have happened if he had never been alive, never been born. It's another Christmas classic, although it's a long Christmas classic. So we're coming down to the last year one. Love's Christmas Journey. Natalie Hall, TV's Pretty Little Liars, and Greg Gwan, General Hospital. Lead acclaimed cast includes Sean Ashton, Jo Beth Williams, Charles Shaughnessy, and Oscar winner Ernest Borgnine in this uplifting Christmas film. Still mourning the loss of her husband and daughter, Ellie Davis agrees to watch her brother's Aaron children while he heads off to purchase farmland. But after a surprise fire, she finds herself playing detective with the help of the handsome deputy to clear the name of a family friend. Despite her worries when Aaron doesn't return, Ellie can trust her faith. This Christmas journey might just bring more miracles than she could have hoped for. A story inspired by Jeanette Oakey's cherished Love Comes Softly novel series and video series, because I own them on video. There's a ton of Love Comes Softly videos. Yeah, this is a really, really long movie. I think it's about 3 hours. It's 171 minutes. It's 2 parts. So this one I also watched first just because I wanted to get rid of it so that I could have time to watch other movies. It's not preachy, but it definitely has its religious tones and themes in it. And Pioneer. So, kind of like Little House on the Prairie. And we are at our final one, The Christmas Lodge. Thomas Kincaid presents Christmas Lodge, a place where the heartwarming past and loving future meet for one remarkable group of people during our weekend trip to the mountains. Oh good, I thought you bleeped at me like you had run out of the room, and I was like, crap. Okay. So, a group of people, during a weekend trip to the mountains, Mary Ann Kaplunk finds herself in the new, now-depleted lodge where she spent the holidays with her family growing up. She becomes determined to restore the building to its former glory. Inspired by her grandfather and guided by her grandmother in heaven, she throws herself into the project, and during the process finds herself drawn to Jack, Michael Shanks, a handsome man who loves the lodge as much as she does. Historically unlucky in love, this chance encounter allows Mary to renew her faith in life and discover her one true love. For an uplifting story about the importance of faith, family, and true holiday spirit, go to the Christmas Lodge. It's short, 89 minutes, but it is preachy, with a very, very, very heavy religious theme and tone to it. The 2 characters, I don't even think they kiss at all. I think it's just hugs. So, if you like religious movies, go for it. If you don't, I'd say skip it. For Love's Christmas Journey, 3.5 candy canes. 2.5 candy canes, and I would rate this one 1.5 candy canes. I watched all the boring ones first, like I said. So overall, throughout the first week of Christmas, I watched, just going on my Letterboxd diary to tell you, because I watched a whole bunch of movies on TV as well. Then I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 33, 34, 35, 36, 36 movies. Between Netflix, TV, owning movies, and yeah. So I watched a lot of movies between December 1st and December 7th. I watch a lot of Christmas movies in general. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed my review. I know I didn't really go too much in depth into most of them or any of them. But you have to keep in mind that if I were to do reviews for all 36 movies, it would take me all month just to do the first week of movies. So I have to keep them short and sweet. And I won't be reviewing the ones that I didn't see, that I don't own, because there's just no time to do them all. But if you want to follow my journey of watching Christmas movies, definitely follow me on Letterboxd. So that's www.letterboxd.com. I can be found at CC1991, so CECE1991, and you can follow along the films I watch. So far for this Christmas 2015, and I included all the ones I watched in November, I've watched 64, 69, 72 movies between December and November. So follow me on there, and follow me on Goodreads as well, to follow my reading if you want. I can't remember how you find me on Goodreads though. Oopsie. How can you find me on Goodreads? You can go find me on Goodreads under Princess CC 1991. So I hope you enjoyed my Vlogmas movie review, and you have a happy Vlogmas. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.